Loneliness stinks. It was something I thought happened to people as they got older. It was something I thought would happen to me decades from now, but it was not something I was expecting to experience much earlier in life. So this happened when I recently relocated to the US. Prior to that, I lived in my home country, which is Nigeria, and I was surrounded by a network of friends, families, co-workers in an environment that I was familiar with. Now, I had friends for different parts of my life. If I was having boyfriend problems, I had a friend to talk to about it. If I was having work problems, I had a friend to talk to about it. If I wanted to go to the beach and spend some time at the beach, I had a friend to go with me. If I wanted to go to the movies, I had a friend for that. If I felt like being reckless and spending all my money, I had a friend for that. I had a friend for every aspect of my life, and it was wonderful. Now, why did I leave? That will be another story for a different day. Also in Nigeria, the work culture was like everybody went to work at a certain time and came back from work at a certain time. So when you called your friend and said, let's go hang out, you were pretty much certain that they would be available. On the weekends, all my friends were available just like I was. But when I moved here, everyone is on a different work schedule. Some people work during the day, some work in the afternoon, some work at night. So even if you have some time to yourself, you want to plan stuff with your friends, you have to wait for them to find time off of work and off of their family and all the other things that they have to do to create time to talk or have some special or moments or to listen to you or to talk to you, something like that. And most times that's difficult to come by. So after moving here, I had an apartment to myself, and for the first time I was alone. I have never been alone like that before. At first it was exciting. I went about decorating my apartment in just the colors that I wanted, doing everything just the way I wanted. But I am a social person, a social being. I like to connect with people. I like shared experiences. I like to talk to people about what I'm doing and find out what they are doing. And that part of my life was sadly missing. So it crept. Loneliness started creeping in. At first, I didn't understand what was going on. It started slowly with I would go to work, come back and have no one to talk to. I'd eat dinner, go to bed, wake up the next day, rinse and repeat. And slowly the little things that I used to find joy in started creeping away. I no longer found joy in the things that I previously found joy in. Now I had my friends who were still back home, but we were already growing apart. Nigeria is 5 to 6 hours ahead of us, depending on our daylight saving time. So by the time I was waking up, my friends were already halfway through their day. By the time I was getting up from work, they were asleep. So they were no longer available for me to talk to, for me to share my experiences with. Yeah, the boyfriend was gone also. So I was really, really alone. And it was something that I was not used to. No one prepares you for loneliness. No one tells you what to do. That's why we are not prepared for it. That's why I was not prepared for it. I didn't know how to handle it. I didn't know what to do about it. I was definitely lost. I was sad. I would go to work, and apart from talking to one or two people at work, when someone says, hi, they're not really saying hi, they just say hi. They don't really expect you to say, yeah, oh yeah, I'm miserable, I'm sad, my day's not going well. No one's asking you that. They're just saying hi just for high's sake. It doesn't mean anything. It means nothing when someone says hi to you. And so I learned that very quickly once I moved here. So I go to work, say hi to this, say hi to that, and that was pretty much it. And the days I wasn't working, oh my God, those days were the worst, because I'd go the whole day and not talk to anyone. I would go to the grocery store, and you have we had the self-checkout. Shoot, you don't have to talk to anybody. And I would come home and do everything. Boy, what a lonely, miserable existence. I was not liking it at all. And so I decided I was going to do something about it, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to go about doing this, but I had to make new friends. Unfortunately, school hadn't started. School was going to start in the fall, so I couldn't wait for the fall. I couldn't wait for the fall to, to do something about it, because I was getting really desperate. So I said, all right, I'm gonna try, try making friends at the grocery store. That didn't go well. People at the grocery store, they are there to shop for their groceries and go home. They're not going to the grocery store to go look for a friend. So when I'm like trying to say hi and try like maybe start up a conversation, I get like strange looks like, what's wrong with her? Why is she talking to me? Is there something going on here? So yeah, that that did not work. That didn't go right. I quickly learned that's not what the grocery store is for. It just cracks me up now to think about thinking about going to the grocery store to go find friends. That is so not the right thing to do. I mean, I'm sure it happens here and there, but it's not the norm. So I am going to share another video where I talk about how I went about doing more things to combat this newfound loneliness. So if you've ever been lonely and did not know what to do about it, make sure you hit that notification button, subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to share more videos about this, and you can learn what I did to combat this loneliness. You can learn from me.